some breathing room. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a second down and 6. Prescott to throw it. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38. They toss it down to Pollard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
I put my Blackens name out on him.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. On the counter, it's Vaughn. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Eluding the pressure right. Hard throw, incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here's Prescott. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Burrow on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you go ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, they're strapped it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, Prescott stripped. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. No score after 1 on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Prescott. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Fourth down, Prescott. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. Now he's loose at the 40. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. They will throw on first down with Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. On first and 10, Joe Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow buying time to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Here's Burrow. Rolling to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
There's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon from 10 yards out. And the Bengals post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On play action, Prescott. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Running behind center with Vaughn. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Off the play fake, Prescott. He'll buy some time right. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that'll bring up 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott being chased out left. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. C.D. Lamb, 34 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from drawing level. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive. And they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. Dumps it off to Mixon. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Burrow's saying, let's go, let's go.
Back to throw again. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Burrow going for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. First down, Prescott.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Now Prescott. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
A Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup.
And again, it's Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
And he gets it down to the 32. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
It's caught on the right side at Smith.
And they are going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
He's going to go up top again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Crossing route complete. Catch made by Cooks.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill it for a loss.
Here we go. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Now it's Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield.
A big play there for Cincinnati. 44 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Burrow throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. From 21 yards away.
And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drop.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Avoids him at the 40, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mixon running wide side. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They go play action with Burrow. They'll roll him out right.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. Here we go. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And Lamb going to have a Cowboys first down as he'll get this up across the 30-yard line. Prescott on first down. And that's complete to Cooks. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. To throw is Prescott. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
A second down throw for Prescott. Trying to lay one up deep. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Mixon running right. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it.
Touchdown! Michael Gallup on the receiving end from Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And he will have a Bengals first down, and it's celebration time on that sideline, and they've earned it.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Nixon will try the right side. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Burrow. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson.
I've been going hard from the night into the daylight. Telling them all that yesterday's price is not the same price. Eating up wings for breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes like. Wake up and I see red and I still don't got no brake lights. Yeah, feeling super fly. I look in the mirror, see ambition in my eyes. Got more than one formula, they love the way I drive. Yeah, I've been a prize, there's no need to be surprised. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that, like that.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington.
Today, boy, what a matchup. 2 NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium.
Velus Jones now from his end zone. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Fields passing on the first play from scrimmage. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
Well, they wasted no time taking a shot down the field. He was letting it fly in the very first play from scrimmage. And this was excellent coverage down there. And they'll come away with an early takeaway. And I mean an early takeaway.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down.
Down to the 42, second down. Second down at 6 now from the 42.
Here's Prescott. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Prescott to throw on 4th. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 37. Starting on the ground with Herbert. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. One play action. Fields. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Fields throw there, complete to Mooney. Still going, and all the way down to the 5. It's a gain of 35. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Here's Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy. It's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. But both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! C.D. Lamb, 56 yards. And the Cowboys are able to answer the early 3 points and take a 1st quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And Paul P. went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. On the return is Jones from the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board. 3 points is super. And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Now it's Fields.
And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. The slot man in motion right.
On 4th down, Fields.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Incredibly, I do this competitively, uneditably. These falling silent when I walk up in the building. Worry about their future like I'm here to snatch their children. That line was brilliant. How I'm not already in the millions. Am I not the picture of resilience? Why they test my patience? Hyping all this lame. No one got a brain, they just be liking all the same. This is what
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington.
Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Young wasting no time, right to the air.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line.
The play fake, now Young. And his throw is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. honed in on it and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop it behind the line.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six.
Oh, right on the heels of the pick six, another ball intercepted.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go play action. Young rolling to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They'll run with Sanders, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now Young running the option left. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Bryce Young keeping it himself from 10 yards away.
And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw taken in there by Cooks.
First catch of the game for Cooks. It'll be a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Prescott yet again. Swinging this out for Pollard. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, a give to Pollard. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Prescott down. He gets it to Cooks. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do...
And he will take it in for a Cowboys score. Tony Pollard, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Young to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, old momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands. That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back. Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down.
Young here, you can see, changing the play.
Young on 1st and 10. Short throw underneath to Hurst. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5.
Young to throw it. And that's complete to Sanders. Room here to run. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
First down, Panthers.
Again, it's Young. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
The 2nd down and 10 there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because any completions on 1st and 2nd down, now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. It'll be Young again. And that is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd down, Young again. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And they will get the 1st down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25.
They'll throw again. Young.
He's got Sanders on the out route. It's caught.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Looking to throw. Young. Flush to his right. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Bryce Young, as the 1st half is winding down. And the Panthers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And it's now 21-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And Prescott, his 3rd interception.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Again, a run with Vaughn. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that's complete to Cooks. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
3rd and long always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a 1st down.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. And this one is right down the middle, and that will close the gap down to 14. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, Young.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Young will set to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Young. And it's caught.
And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
It's Young off play action. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Stephon Gilmore dials the corner blitz and earns the sack.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
Now Young.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas. But now it's 3rd and goal. Now Young. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A very solid gain of 27. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. On play action, Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way. So it's a two-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. It's caught by Sanders. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down.
Young, he's going to change it up.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders, 30 yards.
And the Panthers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
2nd down, Prescott.
That's dumped off to Pollard.
And he goes out right around the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's good for a Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Prescott from the gun.
Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Prescott. This is caught. It's Cooks. He got 29 yards that time. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. From the red zone now, Prescott. And this is caught at the 8. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. To the air again, Prescott. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Touchdown! Brandon Cooks from 8 yards
out, and the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Panthers are going to recover here. And that should be enough to get them the victory. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Panthers have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.